I think we have action. I think we're live. We have good internet connection. I think this is just a little bit of fun to share with you today. This is how I dressed up and went to work to brighten the day for some people and make them smile. So that's what I'm here for, to make you smile. So are you keen on leaving 2020 behind? So that is what we're going to discuss a little bit today. Are you going to commit to being an all-star for 2021? Are you the person that makes a plan for next year, for the coming year? Do you do this every time of the year, or do you just fly by the seat of your pants? We'll have to take a peek into this a little bit further, but first, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Heather Edmondson. There's my website, heatheredmondson.com, and we are going to share this information with you a little bit. I'm just going to pull up my ticker tape here. See if we can get this. Yeah, so Throwback Thursday. Are you keen at leaving 2020 behind? So we're going to have a little bit of fun here, pull up the comments here. So if you're wanting to participate in today's conversation, there's a link up above. It says StreamYard. This is a third-party software here that I am using. And if you want to pop up on the screen with your profile picture, it just needs access to your profile picture to do that. So then I know who I'm having a conversation with. And it's a little bit of fun. Like I said, you can throw in your 2 cents or your 1 cent or your no cents, and we can have a little chat that way as well. So like I said, my name is Heather Edmondson, and welcome to my community, where I help other struggling entrepreneurs who want to get their businesses out in the forefront of others by learning how to do it the proper way without spamming other people. So I teach attraction marketing skills and education in social media, live video, branding, what to post and when to post, and posting with intention. So hopefully you'll gain a few takeaways today, and that maybe you can share and pass on to your team, or maybe just take to heart and maybe store them in the memory banks so that you can use them at a later date. So do you have a plan? Do you have a plan for next year, for the coming year? Or like I said, do you like to fly by the seat of your pants? Have you ever taken a good hard look back at what you have been doing in the past? Maybe over and over and over again, you've been doing things expecting a different outcome. But if you never change something, you're always going to have the same outcome, whether it's the outcome that you are expecting or not, or the one that you're maybe not necessarily happy with. So unless you want to make some changes in your life, you will repeat the same things over and over again. It's like people that say, why do I attract those same kinds of boyfriends or girlfriends, whichever the situation is for them? Why do they always attract those certain people? Well, they give off those vibes, and those are the types of people that they attract. And then until they change those vibes, and then until they change their mindset, they are going to attract those same people to them. So it's the same thing when you're trying to do business, or you're trying to just move forward in your life. If you keep doing the same things over and over again and repeating the same things over and over again, it's going to have the same outcome. So we need to set yourself up for success. You need to picture things in your mind, and you need to maybe go back to what it was like to be a child. And you know, when they used to go around the classroom when you're in kindergarten or grade 1 or very a young age, and they would say, what would you like to be when you grew up? And the kids would have big dreams. Oh, they'd want to be an astronaut, or they'd want to be maybe a firefighter or a policeman or police person, I guess I should say, proper terminology, right? And the teacher or the parent or any of their superiors would say, you can never do that. You could never be that person, or you could never do that kind of a job. You could never be a doctor, or you could never be a pianist, or whatever it was that person had for a dream. And so at a young age, we learn to suppress those dreams. And we need to, as an adult, be able to dream again. We need to start creating those dreams and the beliefs in ourselves to make ourselves become successful. So think about who is the common denominator in all of these things. If you are repeating the same things over and over again, and you're blaming it on your upline, or you're blaming it on a boss that you may have had, or even a parent that you have a parent saying that, well, if my parents wouldn't have treated me this way, or if my teacher wouldn't have done this to me, or if my mentor wouldn't have done this to me, if my mentor would have just provided me with all the information and all the goals, and they would have set me up with a downline and all that stuff, I'd be successful. But success doesn't happen to people that don't believe in themselves and don't work on themselves on a daily basis. So the common denominator in all of those situations that I was, the little scenarios that I was setting up for you, the common denominator in all of that is you. So you have to make the choice to become the person that's going to be outgoing and going to be going and getting the education maybe that you need, or learning the skills that you need to learn to move things forward in the proper way. It's like any kind of learning curve. We are not good at it the very first time we do it. We're not good at it the very first time we learn how to take a step and take a walk. The very first time we learn how to ride a bike. The very first time we learn how to drive a car. The very first time we learn how to swing a bat so that we can hit a ball. The very first time we swing a golf club to learn how to hit a golf ball. Any of those situations, you're never going to be good at it the first time. But you have to step up to that plate and try and swing that bat and get it going in the right direction, or you're just going to sit stagnant where you are at, and you're never going to advance. You're never going to learn how to hit that ball if you never try, and you're never going to learn how to become that successful ball player if you haven't gone through the skills and the steps and the practice and the practice and the practice to get to that level. So it happens like that in any business, in any platform that you're trying to learn, in any job that you're trying to learn, in any sport that you're trying to learn. Maybe it's creative writing. Maybe it's, like I said, learning how to play the piano. Maybe it's learning how to play the violin. Maybe it's learning how to become an entrepreneur and have your own business. You can't just expect that in 1 month you're going to be wildly successful. It's going to take time, and anybody that says that you get into this industry and it's going to be an overnight success, it'll only be like that if you had a following from before you ever stepped into this kind of platform, before you ever tried this type of business. If you had a following of people, a community of people that supported you, then they might follow you in a social media platform or into an entrepreneurial thing. It's like anybody that goes into business, and they might go to some of their friends that are successful in business, and they say, hey, can you give me a loan for some money so that I can put it towards this adventure that I'm going into? Well, these people aren't going to get in bed with this person that's asking for the money unless they know him, like him, or trust him or her, or that thing, that type of thing, because they don't know if he's just trying to scam them. So before you can think that you're going to be wildly successful, you need to learn the tools of the trade. It's like somebody can't be a carpenter if they've never picked up a saw or a hammer or a screwdriver. Somebody can't be somebody that digs a post hole for a post to go in to build a fence if they've never picked up a shovel. Any of those things, right? Hopefully you agree with me on that. So before you can go forward in your life, and before you can make a plan for the next 90 days, which I hope we all do, to move forward in January and February and March of next year. Because if we don't make a plan, then we're just going to be flying by the seat of our pants, like I mentioned. And January's going to fly by, and the next thing we know, February, and it's going to be end of March, and we still haven't done anything, and we haven't changed anything in our life, and we haven't moved forward in any direction. We're just kind of staying level. And everybody is kind of in a mode where it's hard right now because of all the stuff that's going on right now. Right here in Medicine Hat, Alberta, we're back in a lockdown situation. So everybody's like, oh, I can't do this again. I don't want to think about anything. And so they're all kind of stagnating. But you want to have something in your life that inspires you and gets you moving and gets you wanting to jump out of bed in the morning and pumps you up. What is it that motivates you to get out of bed in the morning and start your day with a bang and like I said, move forward and do some good stuff? You should be jumping out of bed in the morning and saying, it's not about me. It's not like, oh, I want to make $1 million today. You should jump out of bed and say, who can I serve today? Who can I help today? I got dressed like this so that I can make the seniors that I go into their homes and the people that I go into the dementia units as a nurse, I'm a nurse, if you hadn't gathered that from the way I'm dressed. I make them smile, I make them laugh. And if I can put a smile on their face, then I've done my job. So what is it that the reason that you get out of bed? Is it because you want to inspire somebody? Is it because you want to be a teacher to somebody? Say like maybe you have children and you want to show them how to eat properly if you're in health and wellness space. Maybe you want to show them that you can still exercise at home when you can't go to a gym. Maybe you want to do all of those kinds of things, and it goes part and parcel with you in a business, in a traditional business, or in your own business. You have to be able to get your butt out of bed in the morning and be inspirational, and you will attract those right people to you. So to learn some of those skills, you might have to invest a little bit of money into a mentor, or you can listen to mentors on podcasts, or watch them on YouTube channels, or on Snapchat, or on any kind of platform that you can actually see what they're doing. There's many platforms out there. So find somebody that inspires you. You don't necessarily ever have to meet that mentor in person, but if it's somebody that inspires you, like my husband likes to play music, and he never got a chance to meet the Beatles in person, but they have been a big, huge influence on his musicality, I guess you could say. For him to want to sit down and teach himself how to play guitar. He never took guitar lessons, but he has been faithful with getting up when we had all little kids at home and not plugging his electric guitar into the amplifier. He just put it into headphones, and he would play for an hour every day before he went to work, because he was so inspired by some people that mentored him. Like I said, just the Beatles were just one of them. Queen was another one. What is it for you that inspires you to make yourself a better person? And everybody's got a different thing for themselves. And a lot of people call it their why. Why do they get their butt out of bed? Why do they want to create a home for their family? Why? And my mentor has said, and I agree with it as well, if you get caught in that why, then it's putting you in the position of why has this happened to me, and why, and you get caught in that loop of being why. You want to look at that why and change it to, what are my dreams? What is my inspiration? What creates me and motivates me to be who I am, and to want to make myself better? So, like I said, with my husband and the music, he found something that was inspiring to him and that would get him out of bed and make him practice before anybody was even awake. When the house was quiet, he wouldn't make any noise by doing it. It's not like he was beating on a bunch of drums, but he was inspired to make himself a better guitar player. And that's what he did. He'd get up and he'd practice. Now, if you want to be better at, I don't know, reading, would you get up earlier than everybody else so that you could practice on doing some reading? Maybe you want to get up and be better at journaling and getting at peace with yourself in your mind and writing your thoughts down. Maybe writing your thoughts down before anybody else is there to disturb you, or before you have had any other interruptions in your life. Maybe getting all those thoughts out on paper might be a suggestion that might help you to move through some things in your life. If you find a mentor that resonates with you, then by all means, follow them, or like I said, pay for some proper mentoring so that you can develop the skills, so that you can advance yourself. Mentors push you and encourage you, so they encourage you to think outside the box. If the mentor is in the stream that you are wanting to be in, like I said, either a musician or you want to be better in business, if they are in business and they have become successful in business, why not want to follow that person? They have gone over some of the obstacles that you are going to go over, and they might be able to tell you little tips and tricks that have helped them, and you would be that much further ahead in the game. You would be 6 months down the road from where you are now if you had somebody explain some of the things that they have gone through. You would maybe be a year further in your business if you had somebody that was teaching you the ropes. Like I said, we can't all be good at everything right from the get-go. So find the right help, find high-class and successful people that are professionals. And do you realize that 98% of people die without achieving their dreams or their goals? And why is that? It's because they've never tried. Nobody ever encouraged them, or they didn't have the belief in themselves, and they thought that somebody in their past has maybe told them that they weren't good enough, And so they never even tried to do it, whatever it was for their goal. So remember to give yourself permission to forgive yourself in the times when you're feeling weak. And let's make a decision to move forward and make a plan for the next 90 days. And let's kick off 2021 with a bang. Let's rocket ship it to the top. And my little notification to let you know about tonight was with self-discipline, anything is possible. So I'm going to close off with that tonight. We will see you again on my health page tomorrow morning or tomorrow sometime. If you want to get the notification of when I'm going live, there's 3 little dots off the right-hand side of I guess right hand is on this side on your page, right-hand side of the video here. And you can tap on that and you'll get notifications of when I'm going live next. And then you can participate with me. So hopefully you gained some value from tonight. Thank you everyone for being here. Thanks, Paul, for jumping on here live with me. And anybody else that's live here with me. And anybody on the replay, do let me know where it is that you are coming in from. And I will put some stuff in the comments after today. If you're looking for a coaching call or you want some information about some helpful tips and strategies that I can share with you and pass along with you to help maybe move your things along, I'm here for that as well. If you just want to have a free coaching call and we can discuss some things that I have learned, then I'll pass them along to you as well. So have yourself a good day. We will see you back on this page on Tuesday, and we'll chat to you later. Bye-bye for now.